Family, how we doing? Guys, we are on a vibe today. We are on a fantastic feeling today. As usual, as normal scheduled programming. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the beautiful vibes we have over here. Today, I don't normally do this, guys, so take some notes. You know, you can't just sit around and watch self-improvement videos all day without taking some notes and actually using this information to your advantage. So anyway, I have a little story time about yesterday. I was with some friends. Two friends to be exact, two dudes, and you know, the dating game got brought up and how dating a woman in today's world is difficult and yada yada yada. Well, anyway, one of the friends was talking about, and this is no shame to any of the friends whatsoever. I love the guys, but the reality is that at one point, one of them brought up the fact that you know, they don't want to go on a first date because they just haven't done it in a really long time, and they don't want to feel like they have to impress this person. And that was a big thing that was like holding them back. Like they said that, you know, he was like, hey, I don't want to have to convince them that I'm cool. I don't want to have to sit there and just like try and act cool or try and be something just so that they think I'm cool. And so really, you have to realize that that thought process may be what a lot of guys in today's world are going through in terms of dating. What you have to realize is that somewhere along the line, there was a feeling of lack for men to think that way. There was something programmed into their subconscious that said, you're not good enough, you're not cool enough, you're not blah, blah, blah. Something in your mind is telling you that you aren't good enough or you are not worthy enough. And we talked a little bit about this word impress. He felt like he had to impress the woman to attract her attention, which is true. Like when you go on a first date with a girl, you can't just be some loser who doesn't know how to have conversations and sucks at conversations with a girl, or there has to be a little swagger about you, you know? You can't just show up and just be, oh yeah, what'd you do today? Yeah, you had a good day? Cool. Yeah, I played video games today. No, you can't do that. You know, it has to come from, you have to sort of impress this woman. So, we talk a lot about law of assumption, law of attraction, and this all translates to the video that a lot of videos I've been posting about, you know, the mindset that I'm having in 2023, transcending suffering, and all of these sorts of things that I've been talking about. The reality is that you have to love, it's cheesy, but you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else. You have to feel that you are cool before somebody else comes up and calls you cool. You have to compliment yourself before somebody's going to compliment you. You have to, and here's the hitter, so listen. You have to impress yourself before you can impress someone else. That's the bottom line. And there's something that's holding you back as well, maybe subconsciously, maybe some programming in the media that told you, oh, well, because I'm this demographic, yeah, I get this girl, or I get this situation in dating. There's something that has been told to you that this is how you should act. Or, I'm not very good at conversation because that's who I am. And you put yourself in that box. So, guys, what are you going to do to shift your mind into believing and giving yourself the power again? Because all of those thought processes that I just talked about when it comes to dating women take power away from you. If you are thinking, if you're putting yourself in a box and saying, I'm not very good at first date communication because that isn't who I am. I'm more of like a get to know you on this sort of other little level. And you give yourself this excuse of like, oh, yeah, I'm just bad at it, so, you know, it's just not me. I'm just not that person. I'm not that cool guy that shows up and has the aura and brings the energy and says what's poppin', blah, 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 and is really cool. Oh, really? Yeah, well, you just created that for yourself. You just told yourself. You've been tricked to believe that that's you. You've been tricked to believe that you're the video gamer who eats the M&Ms and eats the popcorn and sits on the couch all day. You've told yourself that that's you. What if you started telling yourself that you are the really fun dude, that you are the really interesting person, and then you start doing stuff in your reality that impresses you? Say you go to the gym for 6 days or in a row, and then you continue that streak and you start building up on that. Say you put yourself in an uncomfortable situation once a day for a week. Say you speak up in class even though you're afraid to do it, even though your voice shakes. Say you go on a semen retention streak for a month. Say you stop watching porn for a month. Say you do anything that you think is difficult, something that impresses yourself. Because when you start coming from that energy and when you start thinking about, man, all this stuff I've been doing, everything I've been doing in my life, I've been impressing me. I'm not doing it to impress anyone else. I'm not going to sit here and put myself in this uncomfortable situation because I think that they'll think that's cool. That's not my thought process. I'm not going 6 days a week to the gym to see the girl in there, and on the 6th day I've got a really nice pump going and I'm looking juicy. I'm doing it because I want to do it. Because I know that a certain level of discipline and a certain level of impressing myself is in turn, other people are going to be impressed by me. And other people are going to value my energy. And I'm going to connect with the people that are meant for me, that have a certain frequency level that coordinates with mine. You see how deep it goes in your thought process. Many men in today's dating world are not thinking this deep. They're putting themselves in this box and they're looking at these TikToks that brainwash them into thinking women are this amazing pedestal creature that is so far above men. And she has all these other options and you're still lonely. And that's a fact of a lot of men's reality today in the dating game. Now, for me personally, I'm not actively searching anyone. And I don't believe that you should be actively searching anyone either, unless that's what you want. If you feel called to do that, then do that. But I am over here on my celibacy journey. And in fact, if a woman came into my life right now, I would straight up tell her, yo, I am on this semen retention journey. Either you can come along for this amazing journey because God knows that if I continue this and I keep working on myself and growing and don't become distracted, God knows I'm going to have an amazing life. If you want to come along with me. And, maybe down the road, if everything goes the way it should, we can work out a situation. But that's my own take. Do whatever you guys want to do in your dating lives, but realize that if you're putting your thought process in a box and telling yourself you can't be this certain thing because that's just me. Like I was supposed to be this. I've never done that, so that's just not me. I think that's a lot of people's thought process. I've never cold approached a woman, so that's just not my strength. Yeah, true. You've never done it, so you wouldn't know. Until you actually do it and until you embody the person you want to be and believe with every soul, every cell in your body that you are that person and you do deserve that person. This also ties into just respecting yourself. A woman can pick up on a man who respects himself. Because a man who respects himself would never let a subpar human, whether it's female or male, come into his life. So, really, this gives you the vision to decide who you want to let in. And when you're coming from that sort of thought process, when you're going on a first date and thinking, rather than, I hope I make a good impression and I hope that she, likes me, rather than that, you change your whole mindset to, I have to feel her out and see what she's all about and see if she meets my criteria. You realize when you come from that sort of energy, oh man, you really can walk away at any moment. And as a lot of these red pill guys will tell you, the most powerful thing a man can do is walk away. So take all of this into consideration. Shift your mindset in this reality today so that you can really maximize your potential. It's all about you, and eventually the woman will come. Trust that, believe that in every ounce of your body. You don't have to go chasing at all. You don't have to go chasing. At some point, you're going to be working on your body. You're going to be working on your mindset. You're going to be doing all the work, all the discipline. And you're going to be so impressed with yourself that women cannot resist you. There will be a situation where you will come in contact with a beautiful woman if you continue this journey. Trust me. Peace.